Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller, and welcome back to some more Kirby 64 in this REDUX walkthrough of mine. Parts of this walkthrough are uploaded at noon and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every weekday. So, you can always check back tomorrow at noon and 3 p.m. to see the latest part. But what's going to happen in this part? Well, in this part, I unlocked World 3. Or actually, I did that in the previous part after I completed World 2, Rock Star. With Rock Star completed and all of the Crystal Shards obtained, I unlocked World 3. Aqua Star, and in this part, I should be starting the first level of Aqua Star. So here we go, let me go ahead and move this on back, let me go ahead and go into this world map, and let me go ahead and select the first level of Aqua Star. Now this is a world centered around water levels, and I'm generally not a fan of water levels, and unfortunately, I'm generally not a fan of water levels in this game, because although the water swimming mechanic isn't bad, it's just not fun. But this level doesn't require a whole lot of swimming, but it does require that you use one of the most random abilities in the game. And no, I'm not talking about the... oh, gosh darn it. I'm not talking about the refrigerator ability that I showed in the second part of this walkthrough. No. That ability is random, but you don't need that ability. I'll show you when we get to it. For now, I'm going to go ahead and get my fire sword so I can cut enemies up and burn them at the same time! I'm sorry, just a little bit of insanity coming out. Okay, so I've got my fire sword. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Thankfully, this level, like I said, does not require a whole lot of swimming. There is water, and you can go through the water to get healing items, but I don't really need the healing items. What I need are the 3 crystal shards that are on this level. You know what? If I keep getting hurt, then I'm going to need healing items, but hopefully I can stop getting hurt, and hopefully I don't need any more healing items. Now, the first crystal shard is actually over here to the left. You need no abilities to get this one. All you need is pure jumping, puffing power. Ugh. Go ahead and go in these green things. These green things, I have no idea what they're called, but they'll shoot you in whatever direction they're facing. When you get shot out of them, you are temporarily invincible, so don't worry if it shoots you into an enemy, you will not get hurt. Don't worry, the developers and designers of Kirby games were nice enough to just not shoot you into danger, okay? They're nice. It's a Kirby game, it's not supposed to be entirely difficult. Now here's an ice enemy, it's a penguin. You need to inhale this enemy in order to get one of the crystal shards in this level. Well, I mean, I guess you could always come into this level with an ice power already, but the point is, you need to have the ice power on this level. You need to. In the end, you're going to need to combine it with this guy, this bomb enemy over here. Go ahead and combine ice and snow to get... well... here goes nothing. What does ice and bomb give you? You get an explosive snowman! Yeah! That is what you get! You're a snowman that explodes upon impact. It's a very difficult ability to use. It's not very practical, but you need to use it. And of all levels where you need to use it on a level where you're at a freaking beach with waterfalls and beautiful caves and tunnels and great water scenery, and for some reason you have to be a snowman! Like, I don't think it's much of a spoiler to say that there are snow levels later, and I don't know why you don't need this ability then. Well, actually, I kind of do. But why, of all the abilities you need on this level, you have to be a snowman? I have no idea. The only hard part about getting this ability through the level is this mini-boss fight here, where you're required to hit the boss with your explosions. Yes, you have to go through this mini-boss fight using the explosive snowman ability if you want to get a crystal shard on this level, because after this point, there are no more bomb enemies and there are no more snow enemies. But defeating this boss will allow you to gain access to the second crystal shard of this level. But just, alright, from this point onward, it's not too difficult. Adeline here is going to paint me a max tomato so I can go ahead and restore my health. Okay. This freaking... I'm not... like, this ability is funny, but I'm not going to recommend anybody use it because it's not very practical. It's not very good. Alright, let me go ahead and drop down here. Be wary of these spike enemies. They will poke you from underneath. So I advise just going all the way to the end and then dropping down. Alright, here is where I have to use this explosive snowman. Stand here, wait for the explosion to go off, and then you'll fall into this green thing, it'll shoot you up, and you'll gain the third and final crystal shard of this level, meaning that whenever you're ready, you can get rid of this explosive snowman. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in just a second. What the heck, I'll clear the rest of the level with it. I mean, when else am I actually going to use this ability? Gosh darn it! I mean, I guess it can be used defensively more than it can be used offensively, but here we go! Here is the end of the level, and as a result, I get to go to the picnic minigame. Let me get this enemy card. Yeah, I got the enemy card. Woo! Alright, humans, that is the first level of Aqua Star, and for now, that about wraps up this part of Kirby 64 REDUX! And I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time, the next one when I take on the second level of Aqua Star, this river-like level. Bye-bye, humans!